Hey guys, I'm going to show you how I format my comic, MonoKrome Paradox, in Clip Studio. I'm currently working on chapter 15. Let's go to Clip Studio and I'll show you how I do it. So I'll just create a new file. I always pick the comic format. Here, there are other formats like in illustration, webtoon, printing of fanzine, animation, but I always choose the comic format. For my file name, it's always the chapter number, so which I'm currently working on chapter 15. So my file name is mkp-chapter 15. So I save it in iCloud so that I can easily access it whenever I go. And if my laptop has a problem or it crashed, just like what happened in my previous laptop, I will have no problems of my files getting deleted since it's here. So my Clip Studio files are found here in the clips folder that I made. I'm very organized with my files. So I work in book format, and my book format are saved and separated in volumes, while my vertical format is saved under the webtoon format. So there's a separate folder for that, but I'm currently working on a book format, and my chapter 15 is under the volume 2. So there, that's why I save it here along with chapter 9 until the chapter 14 that I was working on previously. So there. For the comic settings, I work on B4 monochrome 600 dpi. So I make sure that it's going to be 600 dpi, so when I print it, it looks high quality. For the binding finish size, I keep it as it is for the B4. I do not have a template, so I do not check this. But if you do work on your own template, you can include that as well. So for my pages, the number of pages for chapter 15 is 19, and that includes the cover page. My comics is read from left to right, hence I chose left binding. But if your comics is read from right to left, then please choose right binding. The starting page would be from left because my chapter 14 ended on the right, so I'm going to start my chapter 15 on the left. I do not have a cover page because I do not need a cover page. For the story information is found on the gutter. This is very important if you're going to print your comics traditionally. So I include the story name, basically the comic title, the name of the author, and the page number, so that the publishers will be able to easily identify your work. It might get lost and get mixed up with other printing files, so you have to include this for safety purposes. That's why I do include that as well. For the folio, this includes the page number that you can see in the trim area under the live area. So here, my chapter 14 ended at page 114. So I'm starting my chapter 15 on page 115. So I turn on the folio. The color of the font is black, obviously, of course. And then the position of the page number is the bottom outside of the live area with a height of 1, basically the distance of your page number from the live area. The width is 0. I'm just gonna leave it as it is, and the size will be 12 so that it can be easily seen. And that's it. That's how I format my comic pages. Currently, I'm just publishing my comics digitally, but just in case if I'm going to print it traditionally in book format, I included the story information. So I started in the left side of the page. Here, page 1 is the story information, which includes my comic title, my name as VO4, and the page number. And this is found on the color. that's to be cut, so that won't be included when printed. That's just deals for the publishers. Or if you're going to self-publish, if you have the capacity to print it for yourselves, well, yeah, it's for you to see as well. Here, while here is the page number. This will be seen on the book, by the way. So if you're going to print it, and if you're going to export it, this will be seen as well. Here, it's the bottom outside of the live area. This is the live area. This is the live area. Well, this is the trim. This is the trim. So your frame is only up until here on the first line, because once it's here on the second line, that's to be cut. That's to be discarded. So make sure your frames are only up until here in the trim area. So the page number is here on the bottom outside of the live area, just the height of 1 here millimeters away from the line here of the live area. And your page number is depending on the reading layout. Since we're on the left side, it's on the left. If you're on the right page, it's on the right. So that's it. That's how I format my pages.